Tonight, Primetime joins the Botswana Accountancy College as the institution celebrates 20 years of existence, as well as the awarding of Excellence Awards for employees who contribute significantly to the growth of the institution.
The date marks quite a milestone indeed as the Botswana Accountancy College celebrates its 20th anniversary, 2 decades of creating business leaders through its exceptional webwork of academia.
Established in 1996, BAC's foundation really began in the 1980s when government of Botswana realized the need to develop the accounting profession by setting up of the then Botswana Center for Accounting Studies. Following consultations, a decision was made to disband the Center of Accounting and instead set up the BAC.
From the few professional accountants that we had, way back, if you go back to the 70s and the early 80s, there were just a handful of accountants. Actually, at the time, I think it was only gentlemen. It was a profession of men at the time. But today, we see that the landscape is changing, as evidenced by the recent graduation of the first qualifying students for our own qualification, the BICA. The first cohort, it was 6 ladies who qualified. Botswana Accountancy College, much as it was established initially to focus on the training of professional accountants, we saw the need as a college to also go into other areas, into academic areas, but in carefully selected programs that matter to the economy of this country.
Let us produce graduates that can stand on their own, either in the formal job market and or on their own, running their own enterprises, and also graduate that can compete internationally, because we can never as a country attain full employment. And therefore we call upon institutions such as Botswana Accountancy College and others to really look deep, introspect to say, are our graduates coping out there in the market, in the job market? Are they able? And or are they competent enough?
Human capital, it is still a great resource in any organization. The world has been neglecting this an important resource. The ability to motivate a human being or any employee can change everything, can reach great objectives if every organization or any department can focus in developing the heart of motivation in any employee.
To further advance their portfolio, the college is in partnership with reputable institutions such as the University of Derby and the University of Sunderland in the UK and enjoys world rankings for their accounting programs.
We have identified this as a very good initiative that can drive excellence within the organization as we strive to move on from the past 20 years and achieve excellence going forward.
The BAC Employee of the Year 2016 is Arabam Buka, who receives a certificate of appreciation and a cash prize of 3,000 pula. The award for Employee Living BAC Values of Excellence is Munein Tebulang, who walks away with a certificate of appreciation and 3,000 pula. The awards, or Best Employees per Department or School, saw a number of employees from the different departments and campuses come on stage to receive certificates and cash prizes of 2,000 pula each. They include employees in the ICT department, finance, internal audit, library services, marketing, amongst others. In the group category, BAC ICT Department won the award for Best Department Support Services. The BAC School of Business and Leisure won the award for Best Department in the Academic Services category. They also received certificates, a roving trophy, and will get to have dinner with the Executive Director of BAC. Two teams won the Directors Award. One is the BAC team that came up with the college's BAC 2022 strategy, which outlines the Institute's strategy for the next 5 years. The other team is the most improved team, and the award went to the BAC HR department. There were also awards for employees who have worked longest for BAC. For those who served for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and 20 years, each received a cash prize of up to 2,000 pula and certificates.
Education institutions are no longer competitors. We don't compete, we collaborate. And therefore, I totally agree and know that we'll grow together to positively impact people's lives and grow industries together. I'd also like to express my sincere appreciation to our industry leaders for their support and close cooperation through the students' internship and attachments. This collaboration is very, very important to us because it's enriching the student learning experience. I urge you to continue with the initiative as it plays a huge role in readying graduates in the industry and the market. I also plead with the parastatals and private sector to assist the parents in sponsoring children for tertiary education, and for the financial institutions, Bamorapedi, and insurance companies to come up with products that can make it easier and affordable for the parents to pay the tuition for their children. To the Botswana Accountancy College team, inside every successful institution or business, there's a great team. All the great achievements that we are mentioning today are because of what you are doing on a daily basis, your daily hard work, commitment, dedication, to make a difference in partnership with the learners, parents, and industry. This is your legacy, by the way. You deserve a round of applause. And thank you so much for your dedication and commitment over the 20 years. And I believe and trust that the positive spirit will continue to take us to the next level. And I think now should be the next 50 years. For this, I salute you. And please make sure that you continue to perform.
School of Business and Leisure Best Performer, Mr. Botlindoma, is next up talking to us. My guy, how are you feeling about this precise moment?
Well, I feel very great. I didn't expect this, but I'd like to thank, obviously, my colleagues, the people that I work with. I work very hard, man, so it's only right that I get what I deserve.
Okay, but what does this mean for you going forward? I know it's a sort of motivation for you.
Yeah, basically to maintain, work even harder, inspire my colleagues, make sure that next year we win even more awards, you know what I'm saying? So just to keep it going, basically, yeah.
One last message, BAC, one last question, BAC celebrating 20 years. Do you have a message for them, and what is it?
Let's keep going.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Let's be the best business institution in the country and in Africa. Let's just keep going.
Awesome. And congratulations, my guy.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Le go ra gone gore mo nakong yo tseneng ka yone le nako ya gompieno ntse o dira tiro e ntsi thata. O ka re se gore sa go motivate mo tirong se se go rotloetsa gore tlholo ntse o bereka jaaka o bereka keng?
Ke team ya ke bereka le go Francis Town. It's a very welcoming team, a very lively team, and goreng empha support all the time, and it makes me to be the best performer.
To all my groundsmen, to all the team members of the office, to each and every single department that I work with in order to achieve my goals basically at work. Thank you very much for having propelled me thus far, and definitely I hope we'll work together again in 2017 to make BAC a better institution.
Celebrating 20 years, this is obviously a very huge milestone, but what does this ultimately mean for BAC as an institution going forward?
Well, this means that BAC has been successful as a project, especially that it came after a similar venture had not succeeded previously, and BAC has actually excelled. It is clear that The industry is receiving the output for BAC very well. We find that our graduates find employment quite easily, comparatively speaking. So it's done very well, and we are very proud of our achievements.
What I've actually realized is that if there's anything that we can do in terms of changing the economy, in terms of changing the landscape of the economy and the growth of the economy, it's education. If you want to make sure that the economy is innovation driven, if you want to make sure that the economy can be grown, we only have to use human mind for them to be able to change it. So there's a huge potential in the education sector that I've actually picked up. Most importantly, specifically for BAG, I've actually realized that the quality that comes out of here, it's tremendous.